pretty sure I know what it is. Yep. We're down at the marina today because 2 days ago I was leaving the truck with my SLR camera. It has a neck strap to it, and I was carrying it by the strap, and as I have since I've owned the camera. And so it's a long ways walking down this dock, or from the truck to the boat, and almost in just a freak accident, the strap come undone from the camera at the exact moment that I was stepping onto the boat. So out of at least 1,000 steps, the camera came undone literally the 2 steps that I took to step on the boat. So there's a 2-foot section of water, and I lost my SLR. It's been a really hard week on electronics. I've lost a drone, I've lost a SLR. So we're out here today to retrieve it. The camera's going to be trash, I absolutely know that, but there's a mount on the bottom of it that is it goes to a tripod, so I need to get that back. And I went ahead and connected the audio cable, so there's a cable there that I think I can salvage as well. I'll be able to keep it. So I'm going to fish it out today, so wish me a little bit of luck. I'm hoping I can get it. I saw where the bubbles when I was jumping on were right there, so I know within a couple feet of where it is. I think I already feel it. There's something
really?
on there. Yeah.
Oh. No.
I don't have it, but I felt something. I'm pushing something in, but it could be a rock or oyster shrimp. Oh. There's something right there.
There's something in. What is that? There's something.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Oh. Ooh. Scrappy. It's a nice camera.
Yep. Looky
Oh,
there.
it's a nice camera.
Let's see if I can get this cleaned up over here and get some of this mud off of it.
One of the joys of being a content creator.
So I wanted to get this back because I'd pre-connected this for audio, so I need this. I need this bracket here because it actually attaches to my tripod. But everything else, I'm sure this camera's trash.
Maybe you can pull some parts off.
We have our first dolphin sighting of the day, and we got some kiddos that got to see them. They're really excited about that. I know they've seen them on Daniel's boat before, but there they are. I know this action cam doesn't pick them up really well, but we had them pick up just 2 or 3 feet from the boat. So, but they're not hanging around with us. I think they're out there helping us hunt for some wind. Now we have, looks like 5.5 knots of wind, but we've been sitting under 4, well actually probably closer to 3 the majority of the time. If you look out there in the distance, we have a sailboat race that just started. It's the Icicle series, right? Yes, yeah. Icicle series. And so they just started at 1 o'clock. It's now 1:22. So I'm glad to see they get a little bit more wind, but it looks like they're tacking their way up to maybe 10. We altered our course for one of the race boats, and this fishing boat made me nervous trying to cut ahead of us. We were still under sail with very little wind, which means we didn't have a lot of maneuverability. I'm using Gooby Gone to try to remove the rest of the glue that was holding the previous decals on. I sprayed it on earlier so it could soak in a little bit, which tends to help. It just balls it up into little balls of glue. I'm using a little scrubby pad to help me lift it off the hull without making any scratches. I got different spots over here. There was a registration sticker over here from another state. I'm trying to get it removed. I think it's all off. The only thing I'm seeing difference is the color change from being bleached out. All right, we're back day 2. We didn't have a lot of bandages here, so we took off after I nearly crushed my fingers. I got them bandaged up. I'm hoping that I did enough to keep the water out, because today we're going to continue the project of putting on the decals. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little wet sanding where I initially remove the decals and remove the glue left behind. So any fine glue left, I'm hoping the wet sanding will take care of that. And maybe also take care of some of the fading that happens over time. So those decals have been on there for the life of the boat. So you see a little bit of fading, and I'm hoping that'll blend this just a little bit better without taking off any gel coat. Well, no significant amount of gel coat, because there is going to be some, because obviously I'm sanding. So anyway, so I'm going to use this 320. Then we'll come back, clean and prep the area one more time before we put the decals. And I was telling Colleen on the way here, it's very interesting that I've worked on this decal project, which I thought would be one of the easier ones. This is probably my 4th or 5th time here to at some point work on this. So it's hard because I have to throw my paddleboard overboard, sit on it, and work on some of the stuff on the outside of the boat as well on the inside. But with any luck, we're going to have it all taken care of today. So Miyagi, wax on, wax off. Is that what it was? Oh, Danielson, Danielson. Wax on, wax off. I think I'll clean this up. This is the last bit that I can recall. I think there's some stuff on deck there that I need to clean up where the old stickers were. But we will be 100% ready for decals when I get done with this. So this is just soapy water to help it on this decal. This is what I talk about with wind. Quarter. 5 1/4. All right. So just running across diagonal angles, trying to make sure you get all these bubbles out. It's nice and hot, so this is going to dry quick. Now it's just sit and wait. I'm just looking right now to see which way this is going to look best. I'm thinking right about there. Not about coming lower, but I think we're going to grab it right where the other one was. Trying to make sure we get this nice and dry. Getting any oils or waxes off. And here we'll put a bunch of this on. I'd mentioned it in another video, but I retired from the fire department, and it wasn't uncommon for us to put decals on some of the vehicles. I mean, they came with the most predominant decals, but there was some other stuff that we would add occasionally, and this is where I learned how to do this. Oop, I'm about to lose it. I gotta get it on there before it. Oops. All right. So that's the hardest part. Take a look at this tape here. Right, so we're at 1 3/4 and 1 3/4. So when it flips up like this, it's not sticking, so it's always smart to put a little water behind it. And because you need it to slide, always wet the outside. Again, this is just soapy water. You'll do it in halves. You grab the first half of the decal, and then the second half. That keeps you from pushing an air bubble or pushing the character around. I don't know if you saw it, but that one, as I did, I was pushing an air bubble and that actually moved, but it moved into place. So that was a... So what I'll do now is actually pushing it even out this tape here. I want to push all the air bubbles out of that, so when it goes to dry, it's not lifting the sticker. See that little bubble that came through? Because as that started to dry, it would have pushed it through. And this, we can use either side of this. I like this one. I got this from some window tinting I was doing on another application, I don't remember. But I really like this felt side. It just makes it a little smoother, so you don't grab the paper. And with any luck, we will have 0 bubbles. I'm not excited about how this looks over here. If you'll come over, because there's flexes in the hole, but I'll just keep pushing this out. The sticker looks like it's applied, but you'll see how these air bubbles keep popping up, but that's only in this top tape. It's actually not in my decal. But as it dries, I've learned that sometimes that'll pick it up. So we're just rinse and repeat, do the same thing, get the surface nice and clean. And it works out well because we wet sanded it yesterday. So all we're doing, and we even rinsed it off when we were done, but this is that final prep, make sure any oils or dirt that might have got on there. Because even the smallest amount of salt or sand, you'll see that under the sticker.
Good. It's kind of hard because it's a little bit, it's not like totally straight, but.
All right, now the last and the hardest one, and we're going to be on the other side. We're trying to figure out, we've been tag teaming this, she's helping me, but we're in a position here in a minute where I don't know that she can. So let me go spray it because it's hot and it's drying. Push back a little bit and see if I can see if it looks straight. Oh wow, first shot. I think that looks, yeah, there's a little bit. Oh no, that wasn't it. Because like you said, it has asymmetrical lines to begin with. Okay, so we'll live with that. Earlier I'd mentioned about starting, doing 1/2 at a time. And this one has longer lines, so sometimes you just take that long line and just take it the whole way, and it came back and bit me because I was pushing a bubble around just now. So what that will mean was later on we'll probably see a small crease. Now I'll get all the bubbles out and it'll stick just fine, but I put a crease in that decal. Not a big deal. Like, I don't think the average person will even notice it. But having done these a few times, I know what we're going to see. The reason you want one of these felt tips here is because it's smoother on this sticker. And so what I did is this dried to the actual sticker itself and it started peeling the sticker off. So if you just go nice and slow, that doesn't usually happen, but it did. And it's not a big deal. So you can just kind of lay it back down. These came out really good. I'm not seeing a single scuff. I'm not seeing anything that's less than perfect. But again, doing this part right here, go nice and slow. It won't be a big deal on the other side because the sun is really dried it. This side is still a little damp, and you want it damp. And try to go with whatever the direction of the decal. So if you're pulling from the edges, of course you're going to have a better chance of pulling the sticker off. I really like this font. It's not the font that we've branded with, but this is the font's called Joker. Okay, there we go. At some point, I'd like to redo these because they're already coming off and they're in pretty rough shape. But to match, at least the color to match up here. See what I mean? So you see that? So we'll come back here on the back side of that, push it out. Perfect. Same thing here. And this entire sticker didn't stick too well. The hull must be hotter over here because they definitely feel like they're adhered a lot better. Again, this is just precautionary. The decal looked like it stuck really well. I'm just pushing out this last little bit of moisture. All right, doing a final walkthrough, taking a look at our decals. They look really good. I like the color, but it's contrast to what the boat color. I want to redo those in the not so distant future. I don't think that would be super expensive. I bet you for less than $100 I could have those replaced. Here's our YouTube logo. I'm not sure what I think about that right now, but I think I'll get used to seeing it, and I like that it'll identify my boat. You see a lot of boats out there, they all look like classic plastic, and they don't stick out, but I'm fairly excited about it. There's the Halen port, Corpus Christi, Texas. Here's the other side. Looks good. You don't see that too often. Got some dolphins here inside the breakwater. They're just mulling around. I guess they're in here fishing. Yeah, they are. Almost look like shark because they're going really slow with their fin hanging up.
That wraps up this week. Thanks for following our journey, one adventure at a time. Join us on Patreon for bonus footage of building this business. We created options for everyone, including a tip jar for just a few dollars, because every bit of support helps keep the dream alive. And don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'll see you next week.